I'm Mike Gordon. Welcome back to my perfect playthrough of Sword of Vermilion for the Sega Genesis. Last time we sorted out the misunderstanding with the stolen Book of Sanguios. We defeated our next Archfiend. And we obtained the Ring of Fire, our fourth of 8 rings. Furthermore, we made it to this town of Keltwick where we were able to find a doctor to send over back to Stow in order to heal up the townsfolk who were hurt by said archfiend. As a reward, we got ourselves a new spellbook. It's not the Book of Sanguios, which was beyond overpowered for this stage of the game, but was the Book of Sanguia. And oh yeah, we purchased some new spells in Arrow, Luminos, Toxios, and Chrono. But there are still some problems brewing in this town. I'm old and lonely. I may help you if you introduce me to someone nice. Keep this in mind for later in the game. Hey Eric, I am Ansel. My father went to Blazon's cave to get the mighty poison shield for you. He's been gone for so long. Please find my father. Oh. And that is the main crux of this episode. Malaga lies to the northeast. Here's a map to help you get there. Unfortunately, there's nothing. We can't go to Malaga yet because there's a locked door. So it's nice to have, nice to get at this point, but we can't do anything about it right now. So, the boy's father isn't home. Anselm, almost like Absalon. Or I guess Ansem from Kingdom Hearts. Go us to find Blazon's cave. Give me a map that shows the way. So that's the way we want to go. Unfortunately, there is no equipment shop in town, nor was there any in Stow. So we're stuck with pretty much drugs that we aren't able to sell, but we will have be able to pull off a pretty nifty trick later on. I may show it off, but I'm not gonna perform this trick right away. So, wait a minute. Where am I going? Alright, I think I'm going the right way. I'm just getting deja vu with the layouts, with the map layouts. So I thought I was going the wrong way at first. At least these guys don't have any projectiles. There is a very valuable piece of equipment for us to get by doing this quest as well. And there's nothing down in this path, it's just a dead end, so we're heading straight to the cave. Luckily it's not that... So how much experience do we need? Oh, we're almost 13. Do we have a lantern? No, we don't. Alright, I'm just gonna go. I have to re-obtain all the maps because I screwed up. I need to buy I'm gonna go ahead and buy a couple lanterns, just 2, because we need to go through a couple of caves. But keep this keep this shop in mind for later, a little while later. We don't need to buy any more poison clocks. Griffin. Well, that could be a nifty. I basically found out that they were a bit of a rip-off since they only take you to the last place you visited. And of course I forgot the maps. This is what happens when you live stream. You tend to make very big mistakes like this, and you can't just start over. Tried navigating the caves in the dark, but I really don't want to do that. I think I'll do so. And more Medusas, but a different color. And some Cyclops. We're almost there to a level up. As I said before, there's nothing down that path to the right. Down and to the right, so we're just heading straight for the cave. Now super strength is no longer one-shotting. You have to deal with poisonous enemies. But don't worry, we will be getting a brand new piece of equipment that will help us take care of those sorts of that source status affliction once and for all. Beautiful. Hopefully we no more mushrooms. Oh wait! I forgot I have Luminos. Oh well. So now we gotta navigate this cave. And got a level up. Quite sure which one's the map, so I'm just gonna take the upper path first. Yeah, I'm not gonna go anywhere near these mushrooms. And hope for the best. Is this one? And of course, an enemy spawned right on top of the chest. Open the chest. There's emerald armor inside. Okay. Can't carry anymore. Do you want to drop something? Yes. Crystal armor has great sell. Can sell back for a ton. So I'm gonna drop the metal armor. I'm gonna put that on, as it's marginally better than the skeleton armor, though it sells for a lot more. So I have to go the south end to find the map. Type of mushroom. Luckily this one's moving so I can attack. And we leveled up. Level 16, we are about halfway done with leveling up. Okay. And we get another encounter because the projectiles didn't hit. And more mushrooms. At least these guys are slow. Here is the chest. There's a map inside. You take it, and there we go. Yeah, I'm kind of losing money by not selling all my wares for missed opportunities because a lot of these shops don't have equipment shops. But there is an infinite money trick coming up that we could make use of, and I could theoretically start making use of it right away. But there is something of a story trap coming up that we don't want to do that yet. There is a person here. I'm Beowulf. You mean like Beowulf from the poem? I was once a servant of Sargon, but I turned from him long ago. I heard of you and went to recover the poison shield, which I hid here long ago. I can't overcome the monsters. Must return to Anselm and Keltwick. Try to find the poison shield. You'll need it. And he will return back to town. And of course, these stupid gargoyles. At least it's one of them. go the other way first because that one will lead to a chest and a dead end. Did I forget to mention just how stupid high the encounter rate is in this game? Alright. Open the chest, there's money inside, and always take the money. 1,000 Kims. Now we get to go back where we came and head north. Then we go here. I think this is where the map's at. So map inside, yes, we are taking it. This has a chest in them, but 2 of these chests are empty. Which ones are empty? Oh, come on. So which ones these are empty? I have no idea. The chest, sorry, there's... Alright, this one's empty. Fight the skeletons here, and that might also be empty, I don't know. And we're gonna open this chest now, and... Mirage Sword. Can't carry anymore. Do you want to drop something? Yes. We no longer have any use for the cursed sword, and we won't have a need for it for quite some time. I'm gonna look at the shields now. Alright, I'm just looking at the equipments. Items for the stuff, sell this, I'm gonna drop the stuff that has absolutely no resale value. Next to no resale value whatsoever, so... Dark Sword, you're the first to go. just wanted to make one last check. It's also worth knowing that, yes, we need cursed equipment. There will be another cursed sword later on in the game, but that we can pick up, like, much, much later in the game. The sword should have some good resale value. Is this one empty? Mirage Sword is kind of pointless to equip. Alright, this one is definitely empty. And so that means the last path at the end is the one with the poison shield. It's not the ultimate shield in the game from a stat perspective, but there are tricks that allow you to jack up your defense and your attacks. Stats to high Evans. At least all the way to the max. And with this, it involves the cursed equipment, and there's the poison shield. Yes, the one I want to drop next is actually the large shield. Magic shield resells for a little bit more than that, so there we go. Large shield. Large shield down, and it takes poison shield. And I actually want to equip it because it is slightly stronger than the royal shield. And it isn't the ultimate shield from a stat perspective, but what the poison shield does is it completely protects you from the poison status effect. Means so long as we're equipped with it, we no longer need to worry about Toxios or Poison Bomb or anything like that ever again. Though there are many sections of the game where it's better to just have a better shield. Alright, now that we cleared out this cave, let's head on back to the exit. It shouldn't be that far, but it is. But keep in mind, this is sort of Vermilion. The encounter rates are freakishly high. Griffin right there. Just like that, my father has come back. Thank you for finding him. Alright, so as a reward for finding him and bringing him back home, I'll get us to the north, but you must go through a cave to get there. I'll give you the key to the cave. But and this is the key to maxing out our cash. You take that key, because you would think, okay, the dungeon key is a key item, so naturally we can't get rid of it, right? Well, wrong. Go to my shop. Does anything interest you? It resells for 1,000 kin. And now we've broken the 100,000 mark. And what happens when you sell the dungeon key? Well, Beowulf has literally an infinite stash of dungeon keys for us. So humorously, the guy never suspects you of grifting the poor guy. So he just says, "Did you lose the key? I have another one." Now it kind of makes sense. The dungeon key is really only used a couple times in the entire game. For other dungeons, you would need additional keys. And you can only carry so many items in your inventory. 8 as a hard max. So there has to be a way to free up inventory space. So without forcing a soft lock on you. So they let you do this. Literally resell your key items while giving you another way to actually get more of them in case you still need them to proceed with the story. Personally, I would think, why not just why not just have the hard cap complement every individual item? Well, because every individual item only counts for its own slot. Meaning you can't even carry 99 copies of an item to take up a single slot like you can in, say, Final Fantasy. Heck, I think even back then, when Sword of Vermilion first came out, which was 1989, which was 1989 in Japan, 1991 in North America, even back then, I think Final Fantasy still hard captured. Now, this is really slow and monotonous. It's not something I would recommend that you do. I'm just showing this off as a demonstration, so to speak. Now, what is... Alright, the next step, because the very next town... So how much do we need? 7,000 times 8, 56,000. So 56,000. Wait, no, we need 49,000. I think we're good on cash, actually. I just wanted to make sure we have everything that we need. So yeah, enemies that can poison you now won't be able to anymore. And as I said, there is another cave for us to navigate. Okay, now I know why there. And I want a map for that. Ah, there. Alright, there is a chest up north though we could try to, yeah. want to make sure there's nothing weird, like an empty chest. And I'm just... I'm gonna take unnecessary damage. Alright, there's gotta be some... Alright. Okay, I think there's some sort of story significance to that, so... to that area. Alright, this will be the last lantern we'll ever use in this entire game. I don't want to exit. Did that projectile just go through me? Alright, I'm gonna... whatever, I'm gonna open this chest. And that's it. We just need to make our way to the next town. A couple projectiles later. Please don't spawn a chest here. These stupid encounters. Alright, now we need to use the dungeon key to open the door so we can cross over to the other side. And there are no chests in these dead ends at all, so we are just making a beeline for the exit. Which is, well, fine by me. I need a... I think the map is right there. We're looking backwards now. And we're quite a ways from leveling up. So I'm probably gonna have to rest up at an inn soon. Which is fine by me, cause we're about to run out of cash. Appearances deceive, as do Thar and Luther. Who's Thar and Luther, I wonder? Well, we'll find out next time. Alright, we are 35 minutes in, so I'm just gonna go around talking. Welcome, traveler, to the town of Malaga. Luther becomes king, he'll ruin this land. Ooh. should be the next king. Long live Luther. Is Luther named after Martin Luther, as in the founder of the Lutheran Church? Well, technically not founder. He didn't want there to be a Lutheran church in his name. This town has a reputation for delicious meals. Are they all gonna say the exact same thing? Anything that's free. Oh. Anything that's free. Even if Luther becomes king, that will be the end of lovely Malaga. Price is the best thing about the food. It's free. Why are they serving the free food at a tavern? So there's definitely some factionalism going on in this town. Tharikos king rode to Malaga, so we gotta start this one out. 2 years ago, the king died, and Princess Guinevere was left alone. We're not heading into this item shop yet, because there's something strange about that shop. If Luther becomes king, he'll ruin this land. Alright. There's a locked door here. I can tell your fortune with your money. I don't think I need to worry about the fee. It's the face of a shop owner in this town. He looks cruel. Oh, but now he's smiling. I don't understand this vision. So, yeah, there is an item shop owner that looks like he's gonna do something especially cruel to us, but he actually has good intentions behind this cruelty. But before we worry about this, there's something you need to do. We wanna first clear out our inventory of anything we don't need. Alright, and I'm gonna sell all my equipment. Except for the poison shield. I guess the emerald armor as well, because that... Actually, I'll sell everything but the poison shield. And bronze sword. They don't, a lot of these items don't sell for a lot, but the stuff I drop sell for way less. I should have been selling the stuff the second I found something better. So that way I'm not dropping everything, but we're good. Our money's good so far. Is 510 Kim's alright? Yes, thank you. Anything else for you today? No. Wait, yes. Let's see. We're selling the emerald armor. But why? Well, there's 2 pieces of armor that are of great improvement over anything else we can get. We aren't gonna bother with any of the swords here because we're still working off super strength. And while the diamond shield is theoretically better, it's not substantially. Actually, it is substantially better, but it doesn't sell. And it has good resale, I'll give it that, but I'm actually gonna start with the silver and knight. I'm gonna start with the silver knight armor because they have the best resale of them all. And the one I'm gonna buy, I need to click on the armor link. Alright. The one I want is the silver armor because that resells for 5,000, whereas the knight's armor resells for 223. Yeah, not very good. I'll say that much. And we're just gonna buy them until we are completely capped off on equipment. Trust me, you want to do this. You carry more. Alright, we're done for this shop. Alright, next the spell shop. Focus spells are my specialty. May I help you? We already got most of the stuff that we absolutely want, but the one that's really good to have is a spell called Aries, which allows you to teleport to any town that you have visited in the past. That was what I thought the Griffin Ring was supposed to be for, but this one is amazing. Highly recommended. And something else I want to do. Alright, we have... Alright, Voltio is the improved version of Volti. Not sure what that means. Sanguio we already got as a reward for helping out the people of Stow. Arios is also supposedly an improvement of Arrow, but shoots at a 360-degree angle. And we already have Toxios. Resale Voltio is just shortly less than half, whereas Arios is also slightly less than half, but it's slightly more. 6. Alright, I'm gonna show off what each spell does before we continue on. Voltio. And Arrows. I want to sell. Wait, I want to ready Voltio. I want to see what each spell is capable of before heading on. So, let's get into Arena Encounter. Very good kind of encounter I get. Pretty stellar in dealing with large crowds, though not really a projectile per se. So while that can be great, it doesn't really deal with projectiles very well. Meanwhile, oh yeah, Voltios cost 6 NP per use. Whereas Arios, the next spell I'm going to use, costs 9 NP. So let's give that one a shot. I would love to see a bunch of these enemies as well as a bunch of mages. And it is and though it's kind of random, it's another one where you can't really steer it. It does shoot, they do shoot all over the place. So we no longer have to go around chasing or having to aim. So I think in this case, I think Arios flat out wins. As far as resell, it's only slightly, but it'll do. Let's sell the Book of Aaron. So we don't need any more. And now we are gonna just stock up on a... Wait. Aerial spells. Alright, is there something I can do here? Yeah, we could sell the Sanguia spell. Even Toxios, I think. And then rebuy them later. I think I'm just gonna hold on to Toxios, Luminos, and... I think this would be absolutely pedantic. I'm just gonna leave it as is. But yeah, I wanna ready my areas. One of my Arios spells, because this one is absolutely... It is pretty busted for this stage of the game. That's what it is. I'm not saying that Volti's completely useless, but it's not that useful. Now, let's head inside this shop. Welcome, may I help you? Unfortunately, they don't give you an option to buy or sell, and you can't leave unless you buy something. And these are basically all trashy items. You can only buy one of them, and it will cost you everything you have plus all your swords. They'll give you an iron sword as a substitute. Technically, that is an improvement over the bronze sword, but we are still operating on super strength here. None of these items actually do anything, so I'm just gonna pick up the item that sounds like it could be useful, like the small bomb. Okay, but that's very expensive. It seems that you don't have enough money to buy that item. What can we do? And it doesn't matter how much money that he has, he's gonna do this thing. I know, I'll take your sword too. Well now, you're a poor warrior without a sword. Here, take this one, get out before I change my mind. And it's kind of funny to think that he immediately improves our bronze sword with the iron sword. So now, we have 13 strength instead of 15 even. So yeah, he has completely ripped us off. But don't worry, we came well prepared for something like this. You again, I'll have nothing to do with the likes of you. Go away. Gee, what a douche. And obviously a scam artist. There is a story behind that. And there's a reason and there's an empty house here. And there's a reason why we went to great lengths to get ripped off. That will pay off at the end of the game. Trust me on this. After the king died, we all split into a Thar faction and a Luther faction. I am a soldier of Thar, do not a Luther. So now we are going to resell the items that we bought en masse. Oh wait, we never stayed at an inn. Well, we're close to a level up, I'm sure. So now we are going to get back up to basics with our kin. I'm gonna hold on to the other area spell book because that's actually a pretty good spell. Buy weapons, armor, and shields here. And we're gonna resell all the silver armors. For 5,000 gems, and that is an absolute steal. I will by buying knight armor as well. 5,000 kims, alright. Yes, we want to buy the knight's armor. So we lost a ton of money off of this. Flicky got a vote. But we actually now have the means of grinding our kin back to max, which I will try to take advantage to sparingly over the course of the perfect playthrough. And of course, I'm going to do all that off screen. So, I'm going to put on our new knight's armor. The resale for this armor is terrible, but money is no longer going to be an issue going forward. So, with all of that done, I'm going to go ahead and save my game. It looks like Flicky's got a vote, so it's 2 votes for Flicky, 3 for Bonanza Brothers as of this moment. And I'm going to do a save state here. Next time, when we come back, I will have sold the dungeon key quite a number of times, well into the 100,000s camp. Via the resale trick that I showed off earlier. I will also be capped off thanks to the inn, and then we will and then we will go into town to talk to both Star and Luther to figure out what the warring factions is, and maybe even check up on the princess. So, leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. And don't forget to check out this evening's weekend rental, the final weekend rental of the special birthday edition. So, leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. With that out of the way, this is Mike Gordon. Sign out.